It is. Oh, I was worried about that one. It is Monday, September 22nd, and it's a victory Monday here on Pound Town. I didn't know we'd have one of these. If you can't tell, I went to the game, and it never fails if I lose my voice when I'm talking pre-show. You can't tell.
I was going to say you sounded fine the whole.
The minute I try to project, it's cooked, and I knew it was going to be during the game. I'm like, there's no shot I'm going to sound decent on Pound Town in the morning. So now we need to do a little hot tea and honey because the Browns had a walk-off 56-yard field goal and just dominated the Packers.
I mean, we talk about just, first of all, and we're going to dive into the whole game later, but this defense.
Fucking ridiculous.
This might be better than 2 years ago, Zach.
It absolutely is.
They're on a generational run to start the season right now. It's crazy that we're only 1-2. Fuck, we should be 2-1.
There's no doubt.
But I think the season's back on.
And I mean, if you had playoff aspirations before the year started and you looked at the first 3 games, you said, all right, if we can win our 2 home games, it's going to be tough to win in Baltimore.
Yeah.
I think if you had playoff aspirations, you said 2-1 would be the goal. And we should be 2-1 right now.
We should be. Absolutely.
But we are not. We missed a field goal and an extra point week 1 against the Bengals. And we're sitting at 1-2. But it feels like there might be hope with this team. I mean, the defense is just so fun to watch. And I think that you talk about home runs in the draft.
Oh,
Mason Graham, Carson Schwessinger, Quinshon Judkins, Harold Fannin Jr., just dogs.
I mean, absolute dogs. And really the rookies, I mean, shout out to the rookies yesterday because Quinshon played obviously a huge role. I mean, he was basically the entire offense for the Browns yesterday.
Absolutely.
Shout out Schwessinger, who was all over the field yesterday. Mason Graham, his impact was felt the whole game. I mean, the Browns defense completely shut down what was, through 2 weeks, a Green Bay offense that was firing on all cylinders. I mean, a team that steamrolled the Lions and steamrolled the Commanders in back-to-back weeks. They went in there and shut down that offense. So it was fun to watch, man. But how was the atmosphere downtown yesterday?
It was so lit. I mean, it was so electric. It was, it was awesome. I mean, just from start to finish. I mean, people were extremely frustrated, obviously, when we couldn't. I mean, we were terrible.
Yeah.
The first 3 quarters on offense, just terrible. And then, the fourth quarter, some people started leaving. It's 10-0, and people are like, this is awful. I'm leaving. And boy, did they miss out. They missed out on an epic ending.
I'll never understand leaving games early unless you really have somewhere to be and all right, this game's maybe going into overtime. Let's beat traffic and stuff like that. You will forever kick yourself. You miss out on something like that.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. And it was, I don't know what else. This is how the Browns are going to have to win. I mean, Grant Delpit gets an interception and hands the ball inside the 5 to the offense. And thank God it's the second drive in a row. They had the ball inside the 5.
Yeah.
The first drive, they went backwards 20 yards and kicked a field goal. Luckily, they scored that time. And then to block the field goal. And I mean, shout out Joe Flacco on that last drive. He got him in field goal range. And then you talk about a redemption tour. You talk about a redemption moment. Yeah. Our guy Schmitty.
Andre Schmidt, baby.
56-yarders through the pipes. Oh, it was beautiful.
That was awesome.
Do you have the video?
I do, yeah.
Okay, here's the video. I took video of it. I was like, I'm playing this. I'm playing this on Pound Town to show people the atmosphere. Let's play the video of the walk-off field goal from our guy, Schmitty. Come on, Schmidt! Get there! Yes! 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 Yes!
I mean, just pandemonium.
Pandemonium. And Justine's crazy ass jumps on me as I'm trying to take a video. Fucking Cam and his buddy were there going crazy. The people behind us were going nuts. It was fucking wild.
Oh my
just
God.
A wild atmosphere. Let's get the show started though. I that intro. I don't know. I don't know what to do with my hands right now.
Yeah, literally, it's like a Victory Monday. I didn't think we'd get here at this.
The Browns won a game. How about that? Like the video if you enjoyed that game. Yeah. If you enjoyed that banger of a game, that big time win, hit that like button and let's get it going. Lukey, let them know what time it is, Bubba. It is. They need to level up.
I think we have some freaks in Menace Army.
I'm okay with that. Go watch the fucking watching film. But I appreciate you for riding with us. Menace Army, Menace out.
Menace Army! Let's get to the show!
Let's get to the show.
Let's get to it. How are you sitting after, I guess, fantasy-wise, after the Sunday games? Do you have anything going on tonight that'll maybe lead you to victory? I am pissed off at one Malik Neighbors right now because I think he was projected 20 points last night. I needed 13 to secure a win in one of my leagues, and he completely shit the bed, as did basically the entire Giants offense last night, aside from Cam Scadaboo.
Well, I am playing none other than Chris Drew this week. And both of our teams are complete. No one left to play.
Okay.
Chris Drew has 109.8. I have 110.4.
Oh, my God. You beat him by less
Chris
than a point?
by 0.6. And I'm just looking at –
No way.
I mean, without Jonathan Taylor, I'm cooked. I didn't know what quarterback to pick up. And I'm going to – I guess maybe in the chat we could – the Pound Towners can tell me. I mean, the quarterback's available right now.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus Mariota, Russell Wilson, Trevor Lawrence, Matt Stafford maybe is my option.
Stafford's
Tua,
not bad.
Jake Browning, Tyrod Taylor, Aaron Rodgers is available, Geno Smith. Like, those are all the quarterbacks available. I went with Michael Penix Jr., which was a fucking terrible decision.
Did he get you negative points?
He got 3.8.
Okay.
Just awful.
That was one of the worst games.
I mean, literally, if the Jets field goal kicker doesn't pop off for 20 points, Chris takes home the dub.
Wow.
He had a Mecca, Scadaboo. Of course, he has Scadaboo. Amari and Hampton went off for him, but he had Jordan Love. If there's one PSA to fantasy owners out there, don't play offensive players against the Browns.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry was awful. Lamar, no points. Jordan Love, nothing. Josh Jacobs, nothing. Like, just get used to it. Jamar Chase, nothing. Joe Burrow, nothing. Like, don't play fantasy players against this defense.
Yeah.
This defense is the best defense in the NFL, and I don't even think it's close.
No, it's insane what they're on right now. But yeah, I mean, no, you absolutely cannot, start any sort of opposing players against the Browns. Yesterday was a crazy day for defenses in terms of like fantasy scoring. I went against the fucking Vikings defense that had 2 touchdowns, whatever, 2 fumble recoveries, 2 picks. Shout out the Bengals, man, but they're season
awful.
Oh my God. I mean, I guess we could start with that. I want to kind of go through the whole landscape yesterday, but I guess we'll start with Cincinnati. Their season's got to be cooked now. I mean, I thought perhaps, because Jake Browning, he did throw the 3 picks, a week ago against Jacksonville, but they still found a way to win that game. And I thought, all right, they're 2-0. If they can kind of survive and look somewhat decent until Joe Burrow comes back late in the year, they can still have a shot at the playoffs. But after what I saw yesterday, I think the season's over for them.
I think it definitely is. I mean, in a world where Cincinnati wins games and has won games pretty much the whole time Joe Burrow's has been in Cincinnati in shootouts. Like, their defense is ass.
Yeah.
Their offensive line is not very good, and they have one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. And he's able to put up points, put points on the board, and they can find victories that way. He goes down. Jake Browning's terrible. They have 5 fucking turnovers. I mean, 3 of 11 on third down. Like, they couldn't do anything on offense.
No. Nothing on offense. And Jake Browning is the main problem after, 2 weeks now. I mean, he threw 2 picks yesterday. The pick 6 was bad, but like everything on offense seemed to be stalling out real quick for Cincinnati yesterday. Chase Brown had only 3 rushing yards on 10 carries. Their leading rusher was Samaje Perine, who had 21 yards on 4 carries. Just everything was pedestrian on offense. And then, on defense, we know their defense isn't that good, but you were going against the Vikings team who also had a backup quarterback going yesterday. Now, I know Carson Wentz has been in the league, but he threw 70% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Jordan Mason, a backup running back, went for 116 yards, 7.2 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns. I mean, no answers for, again, backup-led Minnesota offense.
Like, that Minnesota offense is not any good.
No.
I mean, and we don't know if J.J. McCarthy's any good either. He certainly didn't look it last week.
Yeah.
But I mean, they have a quarterback issue for sure, but that is not a good offense. Like, when you evaluate that game, I mean, you let up over 7 yards a carry to Jordan Mason.
Yeah.
What? It's Cincinnati is cooked.
Yeah. I will say, I think Mason is one of the better backup running backs in the league, but still over 7 yards a carry to any backup in the league is ridiculous.
I mean, the next 4 games, find me a win at Denver.
No.
Detroit at home.
Nope.
At Green Bay.
Nope.
Steelers at home.
I honestly don't think they win either of their next 4
No,
games.
I think they're going to be 2-5 after that stretch.
Yeah.
Then they get the Jets, Bears, and then it's right back to at Pittsburgh. And I mean, I don't want to say it, but the Bears looked a little bit better.
They did.
They looked a lot better.
They looked a lot better yesterday. Caleb Williams, man, 298 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, no turnovers. I mean, an absolute just dynamite game from him. And honestly, a brilliantly called game by Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
Trick plays when they needed to. The flea flicker touchdown was electric. Yeah, Caleb Williams looks the part, Zach. Looked the part for the first time this year. And is that enough to maybe convince you that Ben Johnson can fix Caleb Williams? Did Caleb Williams show you enough yesterday, or could that just be a fluke game for him?
It's consistency is key, right?
Yeah.
If he plays like that, I'll eat all my words. That is him realizing his talent, playing up to his ceiling. I mean, 300 yards passing, 10.6 yards per attempt is absurd at any level of football.
Yeah.
4 touchdowns, 0 picks, a 142 quarterback rating. Like, Caleb Williams was a dude.
An absolute baller. I believe, Zach, if I saw it correctly, if you look up the NFL stat leaders, you will see Caleb Williams leads the NFL in passing touchdowns after week 3. Kind of crazy. I mean, really popped off yesterday with 4 touchdowns. But yeah, let me see. I think I saw that right. But yeah, absolutely just crazy game yesterday. And again, I don't know how much to buy into it just because it was against Dallas, who their defense does not look very good through 3 weeks of the year. I mean, we saw what Russell Wilson did to them last week with New York, and Russell Wilson throw for 450 yards. We saw Philly kind of light them up in week 1. So this Dallas defense could just be really bad ever since the Micah Parsons trade. Do you think that's more likely, or is it that Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams have finally unlocked something there?
Nah, I think the Cowboys suck. I think their defense is fucking awful. I mean, it's not like the Bears. I mean, Caleb Williams went off for sure.
Yeah,
but they couldn't run the ball. DeAndre Swift averaged just over 2 yards a carry. It's not like the Bears just dominated. They had almost 400 yards passing, 8 of 14 on third down is a really high clip for the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to take away from Chicago what we watched on Sunday, but I think it's Caleb Williams played better than he has, and Dallas's defense is awful. That those two things coexist. Mm-hmm. And so I think you see a game, and they have 4 turnovers. Dallas did. Yeah. So all of a sudden it's a 31-14 game because you gave him 4 extra drives. And by the way, you can't stop Caleb Williams just dicing you up through the air.
Yeah. I mean, just an absolute clinic.
But if I read these stat lines to you Saturday, you would have flipped quarterbacks. You'd be like, odd year Dak, 4 touchdowns, 300 yards passing, and then fucking Caleb Williams douchebag ass with 2 picks. Like, you would have just assumed the opposite. The other guy did it.
Yeah. And it was funny just watching that game. I feel bad for Dak because he balled out, and his receivers kind of cost him the game there. Also losing CeeDee Lamb early in that game definitely hurt them. He's undergoing an MRI today. I guess the belief around Dallas is that the injury isn't too bad and he shouldn't miss a whole lot of time, but we'll have that confirmed later today.
But man, you talk about some young talent on offense. Luther Burden went nuclear. Yeah. We know Rome Odunze is a bona fide NFL receiver. Mm-hmm. They need to get the run game going a little bit, but if Caleb Williams plays like that, the Bears can beat anybody.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's wild. So Caleb Williams does lead the NFL in passing touchdowns. Him and Aaron Rodgers each have 7. And then Rome Odunze is tied for the league lead in receiving touchdowns. I mean, would not have thought that, after how they looked week 1.
No.
Chicago, the offense was lighting it up yesterday. It'll be interesting to see how they continue to go moving forward. And speaking of guys that just have not looked good, and I bring this up because it kind of has to do with Caleb Williams, but CJ Stroud.
Yeah, dude.
Really does not look good through 3 games. I mean, Houston as a whole doesn't look good. They're 0-3. They dropped a brutal game to Jacksonville yesterday, which doesn't help us as Browns fans.
No, it's the worst thing ever.
Yeah. But, I mean, you look at Stroud has now played 35 games in the NFL. His first 17 games, he threw for 4,602 passing yards, 26 touchdowns, and only 5 interceptions. 18 games over his last 18 games. Ever since he kind of little broed Caleb Williams after a game in Chicago that Caleb Williams kind of looked visibly upset with. In those 18 games since that moment, Stroud with 3,832 yards, 19 touchdowns, and 15 interceptions. Mm-hmm. Just does not look like the same quarterback. And just watching that game optically, he just
Yeah,
I don't know what it is.
I don't know. He's in a junior slump now. Can you have a sophomore and then a junior slump, or does that just mean you're not any good? I mean, I still believe in CJ Stroud, but you turn the ball over 3 times and you give them 3 extra drives. I mean, I know Trevor Lawrence threw the 1 pick, but something's wrong in Houston. I can't put my finger on it. I refuse to believe that it's CJ Stroud.
I feel the same way, but watching him yesterday, I mean, the 2 picks he threw were bad.
Bad.
Like just really uncharacteristic of CJ Stroud. Nico Collins had the bad fumble too. That kind of, sealed the deal for Jacksonville, gave them the ball with good field position late. I mean, shit, are the Texans going to miss the playoffs? I mean, they're 0-3.
They're 0-3. Like it's time to win a game. They luckily they get the Titans this week. I mean, that's the saving grace is they got fucking Cam Ward and the Titans coming to town at home. So you assume they're going to get a win there. But what games are they winning? After the Titans game, hopefully they're 1-3. Mm-hmm. They're going to go to Baltimore.
That's a loss.
To Seattle.
The way Seattle's playing right now, that's probably a loss.
Right. The 49ers at home.
Again,
probably a loss. The Broncos at home. Probably
a loss.
I guess the Jaguars at home, if they can limit the turnovers. Now they're at home. They're not having to play in Jacksonville. It is 7-point. I think if I'm trying to be optimistic, we'll give them a win there. So what is that? 2 wins?
That's 2 wins right now.
2 wins so far. Then they go at Tennessee. So that's 3 wins. Mm-hmm. The Bills come to town. No shot. In Indianapolis, the Colts look incredible for some fucking reason.
I was going to say, I mean, if we're looking at this schedule 3 weeks ago, I'm saying, all right,
that's an easy win.
But
now with Daniel Jones hooping and the Colts playing well, that looks like a loss. Mm-hmm. Then in Arrowhead taking on the Chiefs,
nope,
that's not a win. Cardinals at home,
maybe. I mean,
probably not. Vegas at home, we could give them that one. It's at home. That's 4. I mean,
4 wins.
They're already out of the playoffs. We can keep going. At Chargers, that's a loss. And then the Colts come to town. Maybe they split, right? Maybe they just get that.
Yeah.
So 5 wins.
It's crazy to think that, before the season started, we thought this was probably, the biggest lock to win a division, right? The AFC South. You figured Tennessee was going to be bad with a rookie quarterback. You figured that Jacksonville was going to be, struggling again with Trevor Lawrence. And then Indianapolis, you didn't even worry about because it was either going to be Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson.
And you just assumed they were going to suck.
Yeah. And we assumed that, the Texans would, again, cakewalk to a division title. Here we are. Indiana Jones, 3-0. Trevor Lawrence and the Jags are 2-1. And fucking CJ Stroud's 0-3.
It's just insane.
Shout out the NFL for
and it always happens, right? Preseason, you think you know what every team's going to be because you've seen these players. You know these players. It's not like college. There's not as much turnover, right? Mm-hmm. It's not like 10 transfer portal kids came in. These 17 kids graduated. No, it's same teams, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you drafted a couple of people and a couple guys retired, got traded maybe. And you feel like you can evaluate it. And then you get 3 weeks in and you're like, wow, the Texans are 0-3 and the Colts are 3-0. No one would have bet on that.
No.
Nobody.
No. Absolutely no one. Zach, we did go a little long here. I want to get a commercial break.
Let's do it.
I'm going to keep on breaking down what all happened in the NFL yesterday. It was a crazy day.
It's a fun weekend.
Yeah.
Fun weekend of NFL football, especially when the Browns win. It's always fun.
Oh, hell yeah.
But, my pessimistic ass walking out of the stadium, I'm like, okay, so is that a good thing that we just won? Are we happy about it? Because
let's enjoy it now.
Now we're going to get the 7th pick instead of the 3rd pick. Got it.
We don't know. We don't know just yet.
We'll be right back after this. Did you know that more people now consume cannabis than alcohol? Maybe it's because there's no hangover. You don't have to deal with the impact alcohol is on your body. But whatever the reason, Cornbread Hemp just launched these incredible THC seltzers that I highly encourage you check out. It's a seltzer that tastes and feels amazing. It's perfect for summer and fall and football season. It's a low-calorie drink, only 30 calories and 5 grams of sugar, made with pure THC and all natural ingredients. No synthetics. It's the real deal. Each can has 5 milligrams of THC, which is the perfect amount so you don't become a zombie. It just takes the edge off, and you can drink at your own pace to get the feeling you desire. Blueberry Breeze is my favorite flavor. They also have peach iced tea, raspberry limeade is gas, and salted watermelon is phenomenal. I highly encourage you check it out. Right now, Menace to Sports listeners can save 30% off their first order and enjoy free shipping on orders over $75. Head to cornbreadhemp.com/menace and use code menace at checkout. That's cornbreadhemp.com/menace. Code menace, cornbread hemp. This is a good life. All right, Menace Army. Football season is finally back. And I don't know if you bet this past weekend, but it's time to start building that bankroll. And our partner, MyBookie, is here to give you free money to start building it. There's no better way to build it than free money. Right now is the perfect time to get ahead of the curve. College football kicks off officially this weekend, and MyBookie's got national championship odds, Heisman odds, futures, all the lines you want. Your week one parlay awaits you. And if you're brand new, you get a little extra juice. Sign up with promo code MENACE and drop in $100, and MyBookie's going to give you $50 free. That's free money. Bankroll immediately is a winner. Week one, you've already won. The action's heating up, the odds are moving, and this season's shaping up. It'll be a good one already. Don't miss it. Bet big anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. There you have it. Get your bets in.
Get your bets in, lock it in. Here we go. Baker Mayfield, the first quarterback in NFL history, Zach, to lead back-to-back game-winning drives through his team's first 3 games of the season. Shout out, Baker, man.
You just have to glaze Baker.
I have to, man. He deserves it.
Yeah.
3-0, 3 game-winning drives, balled out yesterday, even, despite losing Mike Evans late in that game. Shout out to Mecca Ibuka. Huge catches late for Tampa Bay to get him into field goal range during that final drive. But talk about what almost was a crazy upset by the Jets.
Yeah.
I mean, the Jets were down. It was funny just kind of watching Red Zone yesterday. They kind of stopped playing that game because it wasn't close. I mean, the Jets were down. What was the score? 23. It was 23-6 at one point heading into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they scored 21 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, including the block kick or the block field goal return for a touchdown to take the lead with less than 2 minutes remaining in the game. I mean, just crazy fucking game. But shout out Baker for leading the game-winning drive. And he kind of popped off in the press conference after the game. Shouting out Steve Wilkes, who's on the Jets staff, and he was the one who cut him when he was in Carolina.
Yeah.
So shout out Baker for getting his get back against some former guys on that staff that didn't value what they saw in Baker.
No doubt. And then I love to see. I know this is a deep cut, but you love to see. Obviously, the Buccaneers had the pick 6. Jamel Dean,
yes,
former Buckeye. That no one really knows was a Buckeye because the medical staff at Ohio State said his knee was so bad he can never play football again. So he fucking went to the SEC, balled out. Now he's balling out in the NFL. Could have been a Buckeye. How about that?
Honestly, forgot about that whole saga.
This game shouldn't have been as close as it was. Obviously, both teams having a defense and special teams touchdown.
Yep.
Thank God they did. The Buccaneers did at least, but they were penalized 14 times for 124 yards. Like, it's just so sloppy, just shooting themselves in the foot over and over and over and over again. And thank God they got the win.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank God they got the win.
100%. Tampa definitely needs to shore up some things. It was funny. I felt like every time that red zone flipped over to that game, there was a penalty flag on the. I think Tampa had there at one point. They had like 8 penalties in the first half. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Dude, it was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. They couldn't get anything going because there's fucking just flag city. Flags were flying everywhere.
Oh, 100%. And then Sunday Night Football last night, the Chiefs finally get a win. Finally find themselves in the win column after it was a brutal start to the season. Started to look like maybe they're starting to find their mojo a little bit. Pat Mahomes got it going with some big passes late in that game. Tyquan Thornton balled out, 5 catches, 71 yards, including the deep touchdown catch late, or I guess he was ruled down to 1.
And how bad did Russell Wilson look?
Oh my God.
He's
brutal.
Terrible. And it's my favorite thing that happens. I love when Russell Wilson sucks.
I mean, coming off a 450-yard performance to then that was just
awful.
Absolutely brutal. I know we talked about how bad the Cowboys defense is, and the Chiefs are known for always having a top-tier defense. Steve Spagnuolo does a great job over there.
Yeah.
But, oh, my God, Russ just looked terrible, just immobile in the pocket, taking bad sacks. And then late in the game, I know that it was a 2-possession game at the time, but he had 3 straight throws just into the back of the end zone with no one even near the ball. So just a bad look for Russell Wilson. I had a bunch of friends that were at that game yesterday because it was in Jersey. And they said the "we want dart" chants were getting louder and louder.
I mean, it's about time, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the Giants are like the Browns, except they don't have the Browns defense. And I think it's legitimately time to have the conversation that some of these rookies, it's time to let's see what they are. Like, let's get them on the field. Because at New York, I mean, you can't get Malik Neighbors the ball. Malik Neighbors is one of the best young receivers in the NFL.
Yeah. And
you can't get him the football. I mean, your leading receiver was Cam Scatabo. And I think he was fantastic. He had 10 carries for 60 yards on the ground, 6 catches, 61 yards through the air. Because the Giants are so bad, a lot like Arizona State was not great. He's like has the same role in New York that he had in Arizona. Like, hey, dude, you just got to do everything. And he was balling. I love watching that kid play.
Oh my God, super fun to play. Or super fun to watch play rather. But yeah, he had a big day. But no one else did anything.
7 targets to Malik Neighbors. 7 targets, 2 catches, 13 yards.
Yeah,
like you just need better.
You can't have that happen. It always bothers me when teams struggle to get their, star playmakers the ball in a game like that, where Spagnuolo had a 2 high safety look going all day. They couldn't figure out how to get Neighbors the ball, down the field. So that's where, all right, start putting him in motion, get him the ball, jet sweep, stuff like that. Figure out a way to get your best player the ball.
Well, it's zone coverage too. They're playing zone coverage. Mm-hmm. Like you can move him around to get him in advantageous route concepts to attack the zone coverage that they're running. And it's just, Russell Wilson just doesn't have it. The timing and accuracy is not there.
Yeah, it was a bad look. I'm curious who we'll see first, Jackson Dart in New York or presumably Dylan Gabriel or Shador in Cleveland.
You love saying or Shador. It is going to be Dylan Gabriel
unless an injury happens.
When they make a switch.
Unless an injury happens.
What, fucking like walking to his condo? Like when's he going to get hurt? He doesn't play.
I'm just saying, you never know. But yeah, no, exactly. Basically Dylan Gabriel or Jackson Dart. Who do you think is going to see, meaningful game time first?
I think Jackson Dart will.
Okay.
I mean, one, he was a first-round pick, right? So there's a little more pressure and a little more acceleration as you're watching Cam Ward, play in Tennessee. Like, first-round picks generally take over. Third-round picks, maybe, right? Fifth-round picks, rarely. So I think you'll see Jackson Dart first. I also think Russell Wilson's worse than Joe Flacco. So, and that might be a stretch.
I don't know if
that
I
might
agree
be
with
a stretch,
but
I think the Browns are more committed to Joe Flacco because stylistically what they do. Run the shit out of the football, play great defense. They don't ask the quarterback to do much. And I think they would prefer the comfort of not turning the ball over that they believe Joe Flacco delivers.
I don't believe that.
I don't either.
Yeah.
But that's very clear what Kevin Stefanski believes. It was the worst game. I was screaming at Tommy Reese the whole game.
Yeah. It's just funny to me because we're talking about these two offenses, and because the Giants have those weapons on the outside and Russ likes to throw the ball deep, you would think that maybe it is less of an advantageous matchup to put Jackson Dart into that system, right? Because you're afraid of how he's going to, react, and you don't want to turn the ball over and mess with his moxie. Whereas because of Stefanski's offense, I almost think it's an easier transition for Dylan Gabriel to come in, because all he's going to be asked to do is, all right, we're gonna run the ball, and we're gonna kind of get the ball out quick and utilize our tight end throw game. Yeah,
it's mostly quick.
And that's what Dylan Gabriel did all in college.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, you just look at how bad Russell Wilson was. I mean, we talked about the 2 interceptions, just the inaccuracy, the missed throws, but also you look at they were 1 of 10 on third down and 1 of 4 on fourth down.
Oh, so
you missed 3 fourth downs. That's 3 turnovers. To go with the 2 picks, that's 5 turnovers in one game. You're going to get blown out 22-9 against anybody with 5 turnovers, let alone Pat Mahomes, Andy Reid. Come on.
And also, shout out the Giants. This is the second time this has happened, I think, in 2 years now. Graham Gano, their kicker, felt some discomfort in his groin, I guess, kicking pregame.
Yeah.
So the Giants score the first touchdown. They trot out, I think, Gunnar Olszewski, the punt returner, was the holder, and Jamie Gillian, the punter, attempted the extra point. It was blocked. How it'll never cease to amaze me how teams don't have an emergency kicker on roster for situations like that. I know I know that it doesn't happen all too often, but you're screwing yourself, because then, like you said, they were 1 for 4 on fourth downs. They kind of had to go for on fourth downs a couple times there because they didn't have a field goal.
Absolutely.
They absolutely couldn't kick it. So I don't know. Just always bothers me. It's one of my pet peeves when that happens. Like, how do you not have anyone on roster that can kick?
Yeah, it's tough. You only get 53 spots. And that's why usually the punter has to be able to kick also. And the kicker needs to be able to punt a little bit. Like, you don't have to be like an NFL punter kicker, but you got to be able to do it. And I don't know, maybe Jamie Gillian just fucking sucks.
I mean, it was blocked.
Yeah, the extra point wasn't his fault, but them not attempting field goals is like, wow, he must be awful.
Yeah.
Like they're not even thinking about it.
And the one, I think when they were down in the goal line, they'd brought Gano out to kick because I guess his max that he could go was like 35 yards before really, didn't want to aggravate that groin injury. But yeah, so shout out the Giants for being completely inept right now.
God, you love to see it.
Oh man, it's funny because of course my buddies were texting me last night, Giants fans, like, is this how you felt watching the Browns all those years? I'm like, buddy, this is still how I feel watching the Browns
Right.
for the most part.
No doubt.
Aside from we have 2 playoff appearances, but yeah, the Giants, I think they had the worst record at home last year and obviously didn't start off on the right note last night. Zach, it is time for another commercial break. And then I want to start breaking down this Browns game because we got a lot to talk about.
We got a lot of Browns stuff to discuss. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's one of those games where were just the last 10, 15 minutes live was incredible. And the rest of the day was just awful. But got out of there with a win. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah. But
we'll discuss it right after this. All right, guys. I know you've heard of Viagra or Cialis. Maybe you've even tried them. If you're looking for something beyond the usual pill, meet Rugi It Ready. Other companies rely on similar ingredients to support blood flow, but Rugi It Ready is a next-gen prescription treatment designed to help amplify arousal in the brain and increase blood flow. If the usual pills aren't doing the trick or you want something better, Rugi It Ready is your answer. 3-in-1 formula dissolves under your tongue to absorb fast. So you'll be ready in just 15 minutes on average, not hours, and effects can last up to 36 hours. That means you can stay confident, present, and in control when the moment's right. 150,000 dudes have made the switch, and you can read their customer reviews right on the website. Getting started is simple. Rugi It connects you with a board-certified doctor, 100% online, and if prescribed, your treatment ships quickly to your door. Connect with your provider at rugiit.com/menace to see if a Rugi It Ready prescription is right for you. You can use code MENACE to get 15% off today. That's rugiet.com/menace. Use promo code MENACE to get 15% off. Individual results may vary with prescription treatment. Compounded drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law, but are not FDA approved and do not undergo FDA safety, effectiveness, or manufacturing review. Please visit the Rugi It website for full safety information. Poncho Outdoors. That's a name you need to know. If you're going to be outdoors doing activities, whether it's on a boat, fishing, whatever it is, you got to go over to Poncho Outdoors. Imagine a shirt that feels like your favorite t-shirt is built for the outdoors and still looks sharp enough to go to dinner. That's the magic of Poncho. I don't know what kind of fabric Poncho uses, but it feels so good. These shirts are seriously comfortable, soft right out of the box with just the right amount of built-in stretch. It looks good anywhere. You could go to a nice dinner, be out on a boat, at the pool with some UV protection. It's outstanding. It's free shipping, free returns, free exchanges to make sure you get the fit right. Poncho stands by every shirt, and they'll make it right if it's not your favorite. Bunch of great styles, the original, Western, denim, and ultralight. You can get them in short or long sleeves, regular slim fit, and in a ton of colors and patterns. If you've been looking for the perfect shirt, something breathable, fits, great, feels even better, and stands out in a good way, give Poncho a try. Go to ponchooutdoors.com/menace, and they'll give you $10 off your first order. That's PONCHO outdoors.com/menace for $10 off and free shipping. Go try one out. It's great stuff, man. Great stuff.
There it is, leveling up. All right, Zach, time to break down this victory. It's a victory Monday. Talk to me. You were there yesterday. I guess we'll start on the offensive side of the ball. Quinshon Judkins absolutely had a fucking day.
Stud.
18 carries, 94 yards. The lone touchdown of the day for the Browns. Over 5 yards a chunk against a rushing defense, Zach. That, I mean, you talk about through the first 2 weeks of the year. David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, and fucking Austin Eckler over there in Washington, I think combined for 61 rushing yards total against Green Bay. Judkins had 94 yesterday.
Hey, and it's very clear he's the feature back. I mean, we didn't see Jerome Ford get a carry. Dylan Sampson got one carry. Quinshon just shouldered the load. Mm-hmm. And he's dynamic, he's explosive, and he's physical. And that's what he has to be. You need baby Nick Chubb. I mean, that's what the Browns need. That's what he was. I mean, he carried that offense. And I mean, when I say carried that offense, the offense was still terrible because he was all they had. And I mean, I think David Njoku had a good game. Cedric Tillman played decent. Harold Fannin continues to impress me week after week.
Yeah.
Jerry Joe, but you're looking at it like, all right. And I think Jerry Jeudy is not an ideal wide receiver one, but Joe Flacco is the real issue here, right? He targeted Jerry Jeudy 5 times, and he only connected once.
I mean, absolutely.
Like Joe Flacco is just not it.
Yeah.
3.9 yards per attempt.
Again, we can have Dylan Gabriel do that.
We can have anyone do that.
Yeah.
And then the interception, I mean, it was so bad. And I mean, to be honest, the Browns were gifted their field goal. They probably never even make that field goal if they don't get, and I say gifted because they were actual penalties, but they got 2 penalties to get them down inside the 5, and then they trotted their ass back 20 yards and had to kick a field goal.
Yeah,
it was 1st and goal from the 1.
Terrible red zone offense for the majority of yesterday. And shout out Tommy Reese for calling a play action rollout to feature Luke Whippler in the passing game, something I never thought I'd see.
Just like, what are we doing?
Just wild stuff from the Browns. But yeah, it was funny because yesterday it felt like, aside from the passing game, just the running game yesterday, it felt like Baby Chubb, like you said. I mean, so many times, during that 2021 playoff run for the Browns when Baker and Chubb were kind of leading the way, there were so many instances where the running game would, kind of keep the team going a little bit. And then in the fourth quarter, they would just wear down your opponents, where that's when you see Chubb break off those huge runs late in games. And that's how they would ice victories. It felt like that yesterday, watching Quinshon get going in the fourth quarter, the O-line starting to get a push, which shout out the O-line. I thought they played really well yesterday. Yeah. Only 2 sacks allowed for Flacco.
Hey, and Micah was, I mean, non-existent really.
For the most part.
I mean, dude, my favorite play of the day was when Quinshon just lit him the fuck up on a chip. It was awesome.
No, shout out Quinshon. I mean, he was literally the whole offense yesterday. I know Stefanski said after the game that Flacco will continue to be the quarterback moving forward, but I really do think, Zach, if this team is serious about winning football games now after pulling off one of the biggest upsets of the early NFL season, make the switch now, because you're only going to just be delaying the inevitable, right? And if this team has some momentum going with it right now, I don't know. It just seems like it's the perfect time to just make a switch. Yeah. Flacco has not looked remotely good in 3 games.
No, he's looked terrible three games in a row.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's like, all right, what's the reason to keep him out there? Like, the reason that has always been kind of assumed is that Joe Flacco is the veteran quarterback who's not going to take sacks, who's not going to turn the ball over. He can complete little throws, like be a distributor to an extent. He's not going to light you up with his arm, and it allows Cleveland to run the football, play great defense, and have a chance to win. He's not been that.
No.
That's what he was sold as, but he's not been that.
The last 2 games, he's gone under 60% completion percentage, which for a veteran quarterback like that is completely unacceptable.
Yes.
He's gone sub 200 passing yards in each of the last 2 games, and he has a turnover in every game this season.
There's 4 interceptions in 3 games.
Yeah.
He's not what you think he is. I'm talking to Kevin Stefanski here. I'm talking to Tommy Reese. Joe Flacco is not what you think he is. Like, I know what in your mind, you have him slotted as the quarterback that I just described, but I promise you, Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders can give you 2 touchdown passes and 4 picks through 3 games. And they're probably going to complete the ball at a higher percentage. And at least they're young, youthful. Like, Dylan Gabriel can evade some pressures, not just be a statue and just get crumbled in the pocket.
Yeah.
I don't know why not. Because clearly, after this game, you're not in tank mode. Green Bay was one of the best teams in the NFL the first 2 weeks. You just took them down 13-10. Jordan Love couldn't do anything. Josh Jacobs couldn't get anything going. You've got a generational defense right now. So let's go with Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
He's the best athlete in the room. He's a quick game merchant. That's his whole career, what he's been. The lowest average depth of target in all of Power 4 football last year. Let Dylan Gabriel go. I just want to see the offense with him in.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw him at the end of the Baltimore game against their backups. Now, I want to see him against Micah Parsons. Mm-hmm. I want to see what he can do.
It's like, what do you have to lose? If Gabriel goes out there and sucks, A, you're going to end up with a better draft pick. And B, you answer a question, which is, do we have a franchise quarterback on the roster? If the answer is no, we have found that out because Gabriel sucks. And then we can go figure out the other question mark, which is Shedeur Sanders. So it's like, you have to start this process somewhere. And my biggest thing is that, like you said, the PSA to Stefanski right now is this is not the Flacco from 2 years ago. The Flacco from 2 years ago, Zach, in his 6 games as the starting quarterback for the Browns, went over 300 passing yards in 5 of the 6 games. He went over 250 passing yards in all 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is not the same Flacco. He's gone under 200 yards passing the last 2 games.
And it's hard to see on TV, but watching it live or watching it on film, they're running the most basic passing offense I've ever seen in the National Football League.
Yeah.
Like, it is the simplest shit that you run as your freshman high school team installs. Like, it is the simplest shit ever. And then when they take shots, it's like, what the fuck is this? Like a 2-man route combination.
Yeah.
Like, it's just terrible. And I think it's because of Joe Flacco's limitations. Either that or Tommy Rees and Kevin Stefanski are just not very smart, which I don't believe.
No, I don't believe that either. I think it's really just comes down to Flacco right now. And I know we've talked about how our receivers, aren't as skilled as we have been in the past. Judy being a wide receiver 1 is not ideal, but Tillman as a solid wide receiver 2, like, they have weapons, especially when you consider the tight end and running back rooms. Like, they have offensive weapons, especially for an offense that doesn't really try to push the ball downfield. This would be a more effective passing attack than what it is.
Yeah, and if you really evaluate it, you're asking yourselves, all right, what would Jamar Chase do if he was in Cleveland? If we just got Jamar Chase tomorrow, what would his stat line look like? It would look like a lot like his stat line looked with Jake Browning.
Yeah.
5 catches, 50 yards. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Not like he's out here killing everybody because we don't have the quarterback to do it. I think Jerry Jeudy, Cedric Tillman, Harold Fannin, David Njoku, Dylan Sampson, and Quinshon Judkins out of the backfield. There's plenty of weapons if the quarterback was better to just be better. I'm not saying they're going to be a top 15 offense in the league. We don't even need them to be. With that defense I watched yesterday, we just need give me a middle-of-the-road NFL offense, and we're going to win a lot of games.
I would say a top 20 offense,
I think we go to the playoffs.
Week out. Yeah.
If we have a top 20 offense in the NFL, I'm not saying top 10. I'm not being outlandish. Just don't be in the bottom third of the league on offense. I think this is a playoff team without a doubt.
Yeah. I 100% agree. I mean, shit, this team should be 2-1. If they had a top 20 offense, they'd be 2-1. And it's just a shame because if the offensive trends continue week in and week out, what we've seen through 3 weeks, I'll start to get pissed off because you're wasting away a generational defense. And this is not the same team from last year that was just bad on both sides of the ball.
No.
Like, this team is looking, honestly, this defense is looking better than what we had in 2023 when we made the playoffs. And that's what's fucking mind-numbing to me right now. If again, Stefanski continues to ride with Flacco for much longer.
Yeah, I think the first 3 weeks have just confirmed to me that without a shadow of a doubt, there will be a switch made. Because going into the year, we had our ideal scenarios, how it was going to play out. We want to see Dylan Gabriel. We want to see Shedeur. But I had no confidence that I assumed Joe Flacco would kind of be what he was supposed to be. And Kevin Stefanski's kind of coaching for his job. And he would just ride Joe Flacco the rest of the year. I think after those 3 performances, they're going to make a switch.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of when.
If Flacco was putting up the numbers like I mentioned that he did in 2023, then this wouldn't be an issue. And honestly, we'd potentially be fucking 3-0 if he put up some of the numbers he did 2 years ago. But he's just not the same quarterback.
No.
And he's turning the ball over, which you expect. I mean, shit, I didn't even realize this, Zach. But it's funny. You look at his game log from 2023, in those 6 games, he had at least 1 interception in all 6 and multiple picks in 3 out of the 6 games. So it's like, you kind of knew what you signed up for anyway, regardless of the regression we've seen from Flacco.
Because he's not what you thought he was.
Mm-hmm.
He's just not anymore. And that's okay. He's old as shit. Yeah. Like, great player. We love Joe. It's not a knock on Joe Flacco, his career.
Yeah.
Just, he's fucking my age. Like, I don't know. It's sad because we just proved it, right? Green Bay is one of the best teams in the NFL. We just beat them at home in a low-scoring game, but we could beat anybody that way.
We could beat anyone.
And if we just had a little bit better offense, you could be going in every week saying, fuck that. Jared Goff's not going to do shit against this defense. We just need to be able to score some points.
Yeah, honestly, like this, I know 13 points got it done yesterday, but you'd like to think with this Browns defense, how they've looked through 3 weeks, I would say between 17 and 20 points a week will bring home a victory 80% of the time for the Browns.
Yes.
So that's literally the goal. Score 17, 20 points a week. That's it. You don't need to score 30.
There's
With
no doubt.
Defense, we're going to be fine.
I think next week's going to be, or this week's going to be a bitch. I mean, I like Green Bay a lot. I think Jordan Love is a very good quarterback. I think the only real offensive weapon, Josh Jacobs, you just can't run the ball against Cleveland. I don't care how we saw it with Derrick Henry. I think Josh Jacobs is really good, but good luck. I mean, I don't think there's a running back in the league who's just going to pop off against this front seven. And they really only have Matthew Golden, who I thought was very explosive. I was very impressed with him. I think he's going to be a really good NFL receiver.
Yeah.
But now you're going to Detroit with fucking J-Mo, Amon-Ra, like TJ Hawkins, like just Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. Like there's a lot of weapons that you have to stop. You're going to have to score more points. You're not going to be able to beat Detroit 13-10. I hate to break it to you.
I mean, it is funny because, again, the NFL is so weird. Like this is, I mean, we say that, but also Detroit only scored 13 points against Green Bay in week 1. So it's like, and we just saw what that Green Bay defense is capable of. I think we're better than that. So not to say that we are going to, I do get that Detroit is more likely to score more than 13 points against the Browns next week. But I think the Browns could honestly win that game by scoring 20 points. I think 2017 is absolutely.
Right. We got to have 20. Can't have 13.
No. I agree. Zach, I want to get one more commercial break. Close out, talk about the defense and how they balled out, and then get to your super chats. And
900 people in here almost. Hit that like button if you're happy with the win. If it feels good to be a winner. We don't get this feeling a lot, so we're going to fucking enjoy it. Like this video. And we'll be right back after this. All right, Menace Army. You know we love gambling over here. We got Men's to Giving picks, but the greatest tool we've found is HOF. It's an app. Go in the App Store, download it right now. It is a gambling data app. It's not a sports book. It is, you can go on there and it crunches millions of data points in seconds, whether you're building a same game parlay or picking a money line. Let the stats help guide your decision. And the coolest thing they have, I hit a 4-leg parlay on yesterday for the NFL, and you can put in your parlay, and they have a parlay optimizer where it'll go through your parlay and tell you the percentage chance that each leg hits. I had a five leg parlay that I wanted to play, and I put it in HOF's parlay optimizer, and it flagged a receiving prop, coincidentally Jamar Chase's receiving prop, and that was my weak link in the parlay. I took it out. He obviously didn't hit. I went 4 for 4 and cashed my parlay. It is a must-have if you're going to be gambling. HOF has over 1 million total users and is rated 4.9 out of 5 stars on the App Store based on over 7,000 reviews. For a limited time only, our listeners not only get a 7-day free trial, but they also get 50% off the first month when they use code MENACE at checkout. Just download the HOF app in iOS or Android, enter code MENACE, and you're all set. Go check it out. There you have it.
Big time, big time. Get it for your bets. You said Cam's been obsessed with that, right? The HOF.
Dude, he's been obsessed with it.
That's awesome. All right, Zach, talk to me. You were there too. This defense, I mean,
dude,
unbelievable yesterday.
Unbelievable. I mean, I think we have Carson Schwessinger might win Defensive Rookie of the Year. I think he probably should.
I'm not trying to be outlandish, but they're comparing him to Luke Kuechly now.
He is incredible. I mean, his closing speed, his awareness, like his vision, and like how he sees plays unfolding. He was a leading tackler yesterday. Had that big sack. I think he is a stud. And boy, you talk about a great draft pick. And then I think Grant Delpit, God, if he plays like that, he was everywhere. And I know he had the pick. Everyone saw the pick, but it was, I mean, you name it. He was where he's supposed to be. I think he is a stud. Denzel's a stud. Greg Newsome is back playing well. And then obviously Myles Garrett and Mason Graham have been phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Mason Graham, I think, had his best game yet. And it's only going to go up from there.
Yeah.
He was twitched. He was strong. His pass rush was elite. Like he played like I expected him to play when he got drafted.
Yeah.
And I think they hit a home run. I really do.
It's awesome. I mean, those two picks, Mason Graham and Quinshon Judkins, have really just transformed this defense. In part is that teams were running the ball at will against us last year. We had no strength in the front, front seven of our defense, and that allowed kind of teams to then be able to pick us apart through the secondary. Now it's the other way around. Mm-hmm. We're stuffing teams, forcing them to go behind the line of scrimmage, on second and third and longs, and now our secondary is being rewarded, and they look the part. Denzel Ward obviously had a great game yesterday. Newsome has played well for the most part through 3 weeks. Like you said, Grant Delpit leveling up. If he can continue to play like this, man, this defense it's fun to watch.
It's really fun to watch, and just I think what they're doing defensively is outstanding. I mean, playing zone coverage on first and second downs, forcing a quarterback to let plays develop, to find open receivers, which is what you have to do against zone coverage. Good luck with that front four coming. I mean, good luck. There's not a lot of time. You better get that ball out, and you better have a ton of anticipation and accuracy. And then they get to third down, play press man, and I think that, with Greg Newsome playing like he played in 2023, I think they have a really good secondary. Grant Delpit, and when Denzel's healthy, and we talked about it after Baltimore, Denzel had cramps. So all of a sudden he goes out, and now our fourth corner's in the game just getting cooked. Yeah. Like Denzel needs to be healthy and play. When he doesn't, this defense has liabilities. When he does, I don't know what the liability is.
I really don't. I mean, in every facet of the game yesterday, they were dominant. The pass rush was great. 5 sacks yesterday. You had Malik Collins with 1.5. Schlesinger got his first career sack, as did Mason Graham yesterday. Both of the rookies getting home. Aiden Huntington had his first career sack, the kind of dual threat Browns player that we have. And Myles Garrett's up to 4 sacks on the year. I mean, the pass rush has been phenomenal. And here's the craziest
he's gonna have 20. He's gonna have 20 sacks this year if he keeps it up.
I mean, yeah, literally, 4 sacks through 3 games? That's
1.33 a game.
Oh, man.
I'm not a math guy, but that's over 20.
Oh, fuck. That'd be awesome.
That's 23 sacks.
Jeez. Unbelievable. I mean, he's, again, hammer it now. What are the odds actually on him to win Defensive Player of the Year? Because they will give it to him solely because he's the leader of what is looking to be a generational defense.
Yes.
But I would imagine he's got to be the favorite right now. Let's see if I can pull up the odds. This wants to work, whatever. Either way, I'll try to get it in a second. I have this crazy stat for you, Zach. The Cleveland Browns are currently the only team in the NFL through 3 weeks where opposing running backs are averaging negative rush yards before contact per carry.
Crazy. So they're getting hit in the backfield every time.
They're getting hit in the backfield
every time.
Every time. The only team. How?
I mean, I would imagine it's the only team. That is a freak stat. Like every time they carry the ball, they have to deal with a defender in the backfield. Every single time. Like wild.
Yeah, we talked about it. They bottled up Chase Brown in week 1. Derrick Henry had 20 yards in week 2. Josh Jacobs with 30 yards in week 3. I mean, literally do not start a single. First of all, don't start a single running back against the Browns defense. And I'd be hard pressed to start any sort of quarterback or receiver against them either, because until someone gets hurt or, I don't know, unless we're proven otherwise, this defense is fucking legit.
It's legit.
And Myles Garrett is plus 650 right now to win Defensive Player of the Year. Second best odds. Right now I'm hammering that.
It'll be interesting. Yeah, I absolutely love it. And it's a lot of fun to watch between this defense and Quinshon. I mean, Quinshon is the leading rookie running back. Fuck you, Ashton Genty.
Yes.
155 rushing yards, and he's only played in 2 of the 3 games.
Only played 2 games. Also missed all of training camp. Like
he's on pace right now to finish with over 1,200 rushing yards. I mean, I think there's going to be a case to be made. We'll see what Tennessee does, but there's a case to be made that he's going to be Rookie of the Year on offense. Cam Ward's going to have to win some games and put up some numbers to win, which we know it leans quarterback. But if he goes over 1,200 yards with 8 touchdowns, I think he's Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Do you want to tell me who the favorite is right now, betting-wise, to win Rookie of the Year?
I don't know who.
Shout out Emeka.
That's true.
Emeka's the odds-on favorite right now.
I could see that. That's deserved.
Yeah. Tyler Warren has the second best odds. Ashton Genty, the third best odds. Now, I get you're kind of like projecting long-term here, but like what we've seen from Ashton Genty through 3 weeks absolutely does not warrant anything close to Rookie of the Year. But Cam Ward, 4th best odds. Omarion Hampton.
Yeah, he's been playing well.
For
the Chargers.
Yeah. Then Tet McMillan and Cam Scadaboo are the only players ahead of Quinshon. Quinshon with the 8th best odds currently to win.
Hey, just keep doing what you're doing, Quinshon. you'll find yourself much higher on that list.
Yeah. Also, I don't know what New England's doing, but they are refusing to give Travion Henderson any touches on
It's
offense.
fucking amazing, isn't it?
And Ramondre Stevenson, I think, had 2 more fumbles yesterday. And it's like, what are you doing? You drafted
What
this guy
are
in
you
the second round.
And he's dynamic. He was dynamic in the preseason. I don't get it.
Yeah.
And you just got to think also, we can kind of finish it with this and then get to super chats.
Yeah.
Quinshon Judkins has 155 yards rushing. He's went against the Ravens and the Packers defense, and it's not going to get easier when he goes to Detroit. They have a great defense.
Yeah.
But when you get down this stretch with some shitty defenses like Miami, New England, the Jets, like you should be able to run the ball even more, even better.
Yeah. To have these first 2 stat lines against Baltimore and Green Bay is fucking insane.
Yeah, it is.
So shout out Q, man. It'll be, hey, it feels good. I'm excited to watch the Browns next week. And I can say that for the first time in a long time, I think.
Ever, maybe.
Yeah. But Zach, we do have one super chat from our guy, Callan. Thanks for the 5. Was at my first ever live Browns game yesterday. What a win. Defense looks elite, and Schlesinger looks like the next Luke Kuechly.
He absolutely does.
Dude, I'm telling you, I keep seeing the Luke Kuechly comps for Schlesinger, and I'm buying it, man. He is everywhere on the field. Just an absolute monster.
I mean, he's a dude. I mean, like I said, I think you got to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
If we get Dylan Gabriel or Shador out there and they look decent, this was a fucking hell of a draft.
Oh my God.
I mean, they hit on every single pick.
Yeah.
The only one we don't know about is the 2 quarterbacks. Everyone else, home run pick.
Yeah.
And I never said that about Cleveland.
No, literally. It's if we're lucky, we had 1 home run pick in an entire draft.
Yes.
And it usually wasn't even the first round pick that year. But Zach, it feels good. A victory Monday in the books.
Big dub for the Browns. Like the video. If you're excited about the Browns' big win over Green Bay, it was electric. Now the next home game is fucking October 19th against the Dolphins. So we got a lot of football that is not getting played in Cleveland, which I don't know, man. That 12-hour day driving up to Cleveland, tailgating, going to the game, driving home 2 hours. Like that's a lot. The traffic.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I need a break.
Yeah.
I need a break. Go to London. I'll see you when you get back.
You got to start going up on like a Saturday or at least one time. I know you.
I'm with you.
To say, but yeah,
I'm with you. That's definitely
breaks up the drive a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to. We're definitely going to. I think for the Miami game we might, but
okay.
Fuck it. It's worth it still.
Hell yeah. Especially when they bring home a dub.
Always. All right. We appreciate you, Pound Town. Like the video for me. We appreciate it. Menace out.